Hello, and welcome back to Everyday Speaking Lab. Today, you are going to practice English for a very useful travel situation, arriving at a hotel, checking in, and asking for help during your stay. You will learn simple words, useful questions, and natural answers that you can use at a hotel. Listen carefully, speak when you can, and imagine that you are really standing at the hotel desk. Ready? Let us check in. When you arrive at a hotel, you usually go to the front desk. You may need to give your name, show your identification, and confirm your reservation. For example, you can say, "Hello, I have a reservation." Or, "I have a reservation under the name Garcia." Later, during your stay, you may need to ask about breakfast, Wi-Fi, your room, or another hotel service. These are simple conversations, but knowing the right words can make traveling much easier. Let us begin with some important vocabulary. First, reservation. A reservation means that you booked a room before arriving. For example, "I have a reservation for 2 nights." Say it with me. I have a reservation for 2 nights. Good. Another important expression is front desk. The front desk is the place where hotel guests check in, check out, and ask for help. For example, "I need to speak with someone at the front desk." Now, check in. To check in means to arrive at the hotel and receive your room. You can say, "I would like to check in." Try that. I would like to check in. Next, room key. A room key lets you enter your hotel room. In many hotels, it is a small card. For example, here is your room key. Another useful word is elevator. An elevator takes you from one floor to another. For example, the elevator is next to the front desk. Now, floor. A floor is a level of a building. For example, my room is on the 3rd floor. Listen again. My room is on the 3rd floor. Another important word is breakfast. Many hotels offer breakfast in the morning. You may ask, "What time is breakfast?" You will practice that question in a moment. Next, Wi-Fi. You may need the hotel Wi-Fi to use the internet. A useful question is, "What is the Wi-Fi password?" And finally, towel. A towel is something you use to dry your body after a shower. You can say, "I need another towel, please." Now you have some essential hotel vocabulary: reservation, front desk, check-in, room key, elevator, floor, breakfast, Wi-Fi, towel. Let us use these words in complete phrases. Imagine that you have just arrived at the hotel. A very useful first sentence is, "Hello, I have a reservation." Listen again. "Hello, I have a reservation." Now say it. "Hello, I have a reservation." You can also give your name. The reservation is under the name Garcia. More slowly. The reservation is under the name Garcia. Your turn. The reservation is under the name Garcia. At some hotels, you can simply say, "My name is Garcia." That is easy and natural. Now imagine that you want to begin the check-in process. You can say, "I would like to check in, please." Listen carefully. "I would like to check in, please." Now try it. "I would like to check in, please." You may also need to ask where your room is. You can ask, "What floor is my room on?" Again, "What floor is my room on?" A possible answer is, "Your room is on the 4th floor." Now imagine that you want to know about breakfast. Ask, "What time is breakfast?" Say it with me. "What time is breakfast?" A possible answer, "Breakfast is from 7 to 10. You can also ask where breakfast is. Where is breakfast? A simple answer could be, breakfast is on the first floor. Another very common hotel question is, what is the Wi-Fi password? Listen again. What is the Wi-Fi password? Your turn. What is the Wi-Fi password? A possible answer is, the password is written on your room key. Now imagine that you need something in your room. You can say, I need another towel, please. Again, I need another towel, please. Or you can ask, can I have another towel, please? Both are useful. Let us practice some common questions you may hear during check-in. Listen to the question first. Do you have a reservation? A simple answer is, yes, I do. A more complete answer is, yes, I have a reservation under the name Garcia. Now answer it yourself. Do you have a reservation? Good. Here is another question. What is your name? You can answer, my name is Daniel Garcia. Or simply, Daniel Garcia. Your turn. What is your name? Another common question is, how many nights are you staying? A simple answer, 2 nights. A complete answer, I am staying for 2 nights. Listen again. I am staying for 2 nights. Now you. How many nights are you staying? Good. You may also hear, can I see your identification, please? You can answer, yes. Here it is. Again, yes. Here it is. Simple and useful. Now let us practice questions that you can ask. What time is checkout? A possible answer, checkout is at 11. Another question, where is the elevator? A possible answer, the elevator is around the corner. Now your turn. Ask, where is the elevator? Good. Next. Is breakfast included? This means you want to know if breakfast is part of your hotel reservation. A possible answer is, yes, breakfast is included. Or, no, breakfast is not included. Say the question. Is breakfast included? Excellent. Now, let us practice asking for help. Imagine that your room is very cold. You can say, my room is very cold. Then you can ask, can you help me, please? Put the ideas together. My room is very cold. Can you help me, please? Your turn. Maybe you need more towels. Can I have 2 more towels, please? Again, can I have 2 more towels, please? Or maybe your room key does not work. You can say, my room key does not work. Listen again. My room key does not work. This is a very useful sentence. Say it with me. My room key does not work. Now, let us put everything into a short hotel conversation. Imagine that you arrive at the hotel in the evening. You walk to the front desk. Good evening. I would like to check in, please. Of course. Do you have a reservation? Yes, I have a reservation under the name Garcia. Great. Can I see your identification, please? Yes, here it is. Thank you. Your room is on the 5th floor. Here is your room key. Thank you. What time is breakfast? Breakfast is from 7 to 10. Great. Thank you very much. That is a very normal check-in conversation. Notice the most useful phrases. I would like to check in, please. I have a reservation under the name Garcia. Here it is. And what time is breakfast? Now, let us try another short situation. You are already in your room, but you need some help. You go to the front desk. Hello? Can you help me, please? Of course. What do you need? I need 2 more towels, please. No problem. What is your room number? Room 520. Okay, we can bring them to your room. Thank you. Very simple. You explained what you needed, gave your room number, and thanked the hotel staff. Now imagine one more problem. Your room key does not open the door. You can say, "Excuse me, my room key does not work." A possible response is, "Let me see your key, please." You answer, "Sure, here it is." Then you may hear, "Here is a new key." And you can finish with, "Thank you for your help." Now it is your turn to do a little more speaking. Imagine that you are arriving at a hotel. How do you say that you already booked a room? I have a reservation. Good. How do you say that you want to begin your stay? I would like to check in, please. Excellent. Now ask about breakfast. What time is breakfast? Ask for the Wi-Fi information. What is the Wi-Fi password? Now ask for another towel. Can I have another towel, please? And finally, tell the hotel staff that your key has a problem. My room key does not work. Very good. Today you practiced English that you can use from the moment you enter a hotel. You learned words such as reservation, front desk, room key, elevator, floor, breakfast, Wi-Fi, and towel. You practiced important phrases such as, "I have a reservation." "I would like to check in, please." "What floor is my room on?" "What time is breakfast?" "What is the Wi-Fi password?" "Can I have another towel, please?" And, "My room key does not work." You can now check in, answer basic questions, ask about hotel services, and explain a simple problem. That is useful English you can take with you on your next trip. Keep practicing these phrases aloud. The more familiar they feel now, the easier they will be to use when you really need them. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a great day, enjoy your English practice, and I will meet you in the next session.